moments that captured national attention to being one of the first to bolt out of Azimio after the 2022 polls and join Kenya Kwanza. We speak to Professor John Lonyangapuo tonight, who is with me in studio. Good evening, former governor, and thank you very much for making time for us tonight on TV47.
Good evening, Governor on leave.
What do you mean by that?
Governor on leave in the sense that, are you not aware that our constitutions gives anybody who wanted to fire as a governor an opportunity to go for 2 terms, either consecutive or a break, like the one I took. So that is just by the way, so that you know that I am going to be there. So you don't ask me later on whether we'll stand.
On the technicalities, you didn't take a break, isn't it? You were defeated by the candidate.
Yes.
Which you accepted.
Which I accepted.
Yes.
Honorably. And I wanted Kenyans to realize that when there is competition politically, that doesn't mean that there's enmity. And even if you're defeated by 1 vote, and that's why there is democracy. The winner, and then there's a loser, and there's always another time, and that's what I knew myself, that if my brother has taken it the way they have declared, why can't I wait until another time? And that's what I did.
And Professor, when you say you are the governor on leave, is that to hint that you will vie come 2027 for the same position?
That is now to announce to everybody, every Tom, Dick and Harry, that the professor still is around and is aware that since I never offended anybody, and I declared to everybody in West Pokot and Kenya that I did the best I could, but democracy spoke and said that I should go and now leave to somebody else. He didn't say I should go forever, because I have an agenda which was not complete, which was not accomplished. And I thought if that agenda is followed during my time, and to the generations that follow me, it will going to develop West Pokot and Kenya. Personally, remember, I've been a PS of Industry and Public Works. I've been a senator. I've been judge of a university. So I know quite richly what is supposed to be done to the best of my ability. And the West Pokot is waiting for my return.
And former governor, Professor, if you are confident, as you say, that you know what needs to be done, why do you think the people of West Pokot did not give you a second chance to continue with,
like I mentioned,
second term?
You know, when you go for election, what counts is numbers in the ballot. If it happened that my agenda was very good the way you saw, there are several factors that happened between the time of election and the time of voting and the time of counting. So, but like I mentioned to you, I don't regret.
Fair enough.
Having gone to rest, because now people can now see clearly what did Professor do for us, and why we should go back for him to come and complete, and why he should now be so useful in the community to mend others. And
when you say the people, I presume this is in reference to the people of West Pokot, the county you are a governor of.
Yes, and why I say confidently is because I am the only leader among others who, when he was told to go and rest, I simply went and rested, took my walking stick, looked after my cows and goats, and became a farmer and a role model in the community the way I used to be. So I'm there. So I hear a lot. They come and tell me a lot. And I am not saying that they really miss me, but it is something close to that.
And Professor, it's 3 years since you lost to the UDA candidate, Simon Kachapin, who is currently the governor. What has the professor been up to politically? Your silence has rather been loud, isn't it?
Yes, because when you give out, Abu Bakr, I've just Googled your name. Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr, I'm told, is a man who has a lot of camel.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. And when you have a lot of camel, me, Professor Lonyangapuo, my name is I picked my name from a very beautiful bull, black and white. So anybody listening to me, if you have very nice looking cows that are black and white, especially in the front here, and beautiful horns. You may be herding my cow. So that is the way it is. That so I had to go and rest because now the community, the father spoke like that, and the agenda I tabled before them for 5 years prior went quite well. I had a three-pronged approach to West Pokot economy, and I tabled before the people. They understood. I translated it from English, Swahili, into my vernacular, the Pokot. Economy was going to be a prime choice and serious discussion in my leadership. Equity for people now, so that I consider various stages of human life. They are rich and poor people. And then also education. Education is a factor that if you work with it, you will never go wrong. And that's what Professor stood for in Pokot land and even in this country.
Professor, you are among the first, as I indicated in the introduction, to bolt out of Azimio after the elections in 2022. Perhaps to wind back, why did you leave Azimio?
Yes, I left Azimio because already a winner had already been identified. And our constitution so declares that when a winner has been obtained democratically, you allowed that winner, that party, their space to lead. Unfortunately, where I was, my team of Azimio went in the opposite direction. You even remember they decided to put Safuria on their head instead of going to the farm. So I said, no, I don't think that's what we were fighting for. I thought we really were competing. Whoever the winner has come, that's what. And that's what Professor did as the party leader of Kenya Union Party. I wanted Kenya to realize, just like I handed over just because I was defeated by 1,800 votes, a governor. If it was elsewhere, people would be struggling to date in court. Let's go and count again, which is also allowed. So, but Professor said, no, let us, Azimio, give these people the opportunity to lead. And I led by example. Some people misunderstood Professor, said, no, see, Professor is a coward. He ran away so that he can be given a job. Which job has Professor been given? You know, the president the other day saw that I should chair a board, North Rift Water Works Development Agency. That's not employment. Employment as a CEO as an employee. This is a board. Board you once in a while.
But that, that professor was a presidential appointment gazetted by the Kenya Gazette.
Yes.
So you say, I left Azimio so that we allow the president to run his government.
Correct.
But you ended up joining the president's government.
Of course, now when you see, now remember I was the party leader of Kenya Union Party. After I already told my team we are supporting the president, my Azimio partners started fighting me. Then I said, fine, then if you are fighting a party leader, then you have not read the Kenyan competitive politics. So now when I joined, we decided now the law also allows us to have post-election agreements. My party decided to join UDA thereafter, and several others, even Senator Roba, his UDM also joined together. And some also decided to join the Azimio as well. It's allowed in Kenya.
Fair enough.
Nobody should be surprised.
And Professor, everyone has a constitutional right to political association of who they want to be associated with. But I'm asking this question, Prof, because on the very same day your party was leaving Azimio, part of the statements you read, and I quote, Azimio coalition represents the greatest threat to democracy. Raila should accept and move. Kenya is one. Raila's party, ODM, which was part of Azimio, still believe they are, has since donated what it terms as experts to the cabinet. Do you think this was a late coming after you left?
Of course, they followed the professor. You know, you lead, others follow. Now, if you look at this interrogator statement quite well, and I like the beauty of Kenyan politics, immediately we are done with elections, competitive elections, there is time to settle down. Me, I led, just like we remember when it was announced that I had been defeated. I quickly embraced the new governor and the new county government so that we don't have vacuum. And we have no room to disengage and stop agenda that was going on. Although a new government can also come and disorganize what was going on before. But to allow the people to realize that there's a new leadership for which now they should be able to listen. Otherwise, they will waste and lose the new 5-year coming. So maybe my politics is a bit unique, having been in the academia and also having been, I'm also a Christian. It's quite important that we should not exaggerate, elevate politics to a point where you want to bring chaos. Who will you lead if you won?
But
how will anybody lead?
Professor, is it not the default setting of democracy and constitutionalism that when your party does not win the election, you become the opposition, you join the government of the day? It's
not written. It's not written. We have a lot of loose ends. When I was in Senate, I attempted to introduce a motion which would now become a bill later on, where I examined the spirit of Kenyans. Who was alive 500 years ago, 1 million years ago? When God gave us Kenya, we have almost 40-something tribes in Kenya. This thing that we introduced in the Constitution, I was a PS at that time, when we pushed to have the current Constitution, where you are saying now, when we win, winner takes it all. There was an attempt to modify and improve this thing to the extent, our Constitution to the extent, that we should be able to recognize. Why has now Raila been comfortably accepted? If you look at the arithmetic of the composition of government now, you may find that the opposition occupies to the tune of 30 to almost 40% of cabinet. You get it? Which, personally, as a mathematician, I actually realized we only have one Kenya. If we must rule quite well, our constitution should dance around percentages. The winner should not take it all. The winner should go with 60% or 70%, and then 30% should remain for the opposition, so that we don't assume that the only ministers will come now for imagine 5 years to be led by some by guys, yet you have spare ones who would have done quite well. Are you not happy the way Mbadi and others are now performing? To me, I think they are trying, they're level-based.
I doubt, Professor, if my opinion counts, but I think Kenyans
your opinion,
will make the judgment.
Your opinion is okay, but that's why I say opinions are all okay. Put them there, defend it.
All right, we're speaking to former West Pokot Governor, Professor John Lonyangapuo. Time for us to take a short break. This discussion will be back. We'll make sense of the state of the nation, the state of security, or the lack of it in the rift. We'll be back after this break. Stay with us.